say my name, knowing that, you feel me, I didn't post your name, none of your information, your face, nothing. I figured you had already embarrassed yourself enough. But since I guess this is what you want to do, cool. So I met Lindsay at Paul Mitchell. I'm actually a barber. I do shortcuts and stuff like that, like women's pixie cuts, finger waves, and I wanted to learn more about that. So I went to Master Cosmetology School, and that's where I met her. I could tell that she was attracted to me just by the way she carried herself. And one of her homeboys actually came up to me on several different occasions and said that I should take her on a date. Now, I originally told Lindsay that I really didn't want dealings with anybody that went to the school because I don't like to mix business and pleasure, and I feel like it would get messy immediately. I'm one of three, maybe, straight males that go to that school and be on campus, and I was already receiving a lot of attention. So I figured if I had dealings with anybody, it would get messy fast. You might see me at school having a conversation with another young lady and immediately just think, oh, you're fucking her. And that's pretty much what she did. The girl was crazy. Like, I couldn't even have another conversation with another girl without her saying, oh, why are you talking to her? Why are you taking her to lunch? You're weird. You're this. And for that reason, that's why I wanted to never talk to her again. But we skipping a lot of steps. So I'm going to rewind it. Mind you, I've told her on numerous occasions that a relationship was never an option. I literally told her that if we're going to do this, it's just going to be fucking. She said out her own mouth, that's okay. I don't want a relationship either. But then you proceed to act crazy whenever I'm going out to lunch with one of my homegirls, like any girl that's in my core class, because it's people that I've known there before you got there. I've been at the school a little bit longer than you. So I already had people that I was cool with, grabbing lunch with. And she was very jealous of that. And she would try to make friends with certain girls that she felt like I was cool with to make sure that they wasn't trying to talk to me. She was just crazy. And that's what led to me telling her, I don't want nothing to do with you no more. But I felt like it was obvious that the relationship wouldn't go anywhere. I mean, like, I'm not trying to be rude. She got 2 kids. Like, she be on the internet running her mouth. She a rapper baby mama. That's just not my type of young lady. You feel me? I don't have no children, nothing like that. So I felt like it was common sense that we wouldn't be together. By the way, Cheeseburglar, you're fucking hilarious. Like, that was a good one. Like, you give props on it to do. That made me chuckle when I seen the video, but I'll address that situation. I'll address that whole McDonald's situation in the next video. I'm currently at work. Like and follow me for part 2 because I got some more videos of her. I have video evidence of everything. So just stay tuned, and I'll be dropping another update soon.
Ooh, what's going on, y'all? Nick, yo, and I'm with my brother.
This is Mr. Cheeseburger. What's up, guys? This is James Eugene, and welcome to the Eugene Brothers. How's everything?
Man, bro, everything is good over here. As you guys could probably tell from the thumbnail and the title, this is called He Refused to Clap the Cheeks Again, and She Crashed Out. Now, you guys, this is one of the rare occasions where I don't even think me and my brother should say much because there are several parts to this video, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean by that, where you can see that this is all of it, and it's kind of hard to follow because there's literally just so much back and forth between that dude that we just saw. I think his name was called Cole Brown, and his dealings with this girl named Lindsay. And trust me when I say this, it gets so crazy. But I think what it really shows us is that, he's doing all this talking, claiming that, I didn't want to have no dealings with this woman, right? He claimed that the woman had 2 children. She's a rapper baby mama. Yet you find this man, despite saying all this stuff, he still finds himself being in bed with this woman. So just like it's double talk on his part. And you're going to just see how this thing goes from 0 to 100. So again, I'm not going to do much talking. Let's just see what actually takes place, y'all. So I believe this might be part 2.
So for those that are confused and came here from the Cheeseburger video, Lindsay deleted her video when her job saw it and fired her because in her video, she admitted to vandalizing my car, among other things. But yeah. Now, picking up fresh at the Cheeseburglar story, mind you, I made it very clear to Lindsay that it was never an option for us to be together. And I told her several times that I did not like her the same way that she liked me. So for her to insinuate that all this happened over a cheeseburger is pure insanity. I feel like, the first thing that people say when they don't get their way with a man is that he's either gay or broke. And I'm kind of used to hearing both of those, so they don't really mean much to me. I told Lindsay in confidence that day that I had made a deposit, as I do monthly, into my savings account. I paid $450 for a brand new tattoo, and I was paying a few bills in advance, so I didn't have any more money in my checkings accounts. I told her I was eating cheap. I was going to get one cheeseburger from McDonald's, like anybody who's a responsible adult has been there, like no shame. And she asked if she could join me. We get there, she buys her a whole meal. She buys me one cheeseburger. And I was trolling because, mind you, why would I stop talking to you over one cheeseburger if I told you from the beginning that I never wanted to talk to you? So I was trolling when I told her, like, damn, you claim to like me, but you let me only get one cheeseburger at the drive in. Like, I was trolling. I didn't really give a fuck. But moving on so we can get to the part you all want to hear. Now, after lunch that day, I dropped Lindsay off at home because she asked me to, and I didn't have any problem with that. She left her school supplies in my car, and now that I'm thinking back, I think that she did that on purpose to get me to come back. Later that night, me and Lindsay are on the phone having a conversation basically about me trying to explain to her, certain things that she really can't be tripping on, and overall just trying to tell her that I really don't want anything to do with her. She says, bring my school supplies over here right now or else, or something along those lines. She didn't say that verbatim, but she threatened me. And that's why I went over there to bring her stuff. I told Lindsay on the way there that I didn't feel safe about the situation because of the tone she was taking on the phone. And I explained to her that when I got there, I was not getting out the car and that she just needed to grab her things. And after this, we would not be speaking.
Yeah. So you could see where pretty much she's getting pretty heated, right? And I think that's valid, right? Like if she's taking a tone like you better bring my stuff, like that's a pretty hostile tone. So I can see why he's just like, yeah, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna get out of my car. What's your quick thoughts, bro, about this?
Well, I agree with him. It seems like they had dealings, and she probably f- forgot her things there on purpose so she could see him again.
Yeah,
Well, I don't know well, we haven't heard her side, but from what I hear, is just like he just wanted to smash, and she got mad.
right. So all right, let's keep going.
When I pulled up, she was waiting on the porch. And as soon as I pulled up, she ran down the stairs, got in the car, and refused to leave.
Mm,
Lizzie told me that she would not leave unless I talked to her. However, I told her that I felt unsafe and that I wanted her to respect my wishes and leave me be. She said I was acting weird and refused to get out of my vehicle. I exited the vehicle and I told her that the only way we're talking is if we talk in front of your ring camera because my windows are tinted and nobody can see inside. Now, I'm sure you understand that danger. If I'm just in the car with this lady and she's already acting erratically, she could say I did anything, hit her, touched her. So that's why I wanted to get out the car. She did not like this. She got close to me, started grabbing me. I had been recording. She was trying to grab at my phone to tell me to delete videos. So I start running from her. She proceeds to chase me down the street. Why are you following me?
Because you're on some weird shit. Like
Bro,
you're acting like I'm just crazy.
you are crazy.
Like,
Stop grabbing me.
you
Why are you
like
grabbing me?
why are you
Stop
being
grabbing me,
weird?
bro. Stop touching me, bro. What's up with
You're
you?
being weird. Like I can't weird.
Please stop following. Why are you following me? Bro, I don't want to talk.
Yo,
No, and if
so this dude is on full blown like Jonathan Majors mode right now. Like this guy is running away from this girl. And my first reaction when I'm looking at this is just like he pulls out the camera. The girl sees. I'm sure she sees that, and she has no shame. Like she's gonna continue following this dude. Like this dude laid down the pipe that good for her to be like following this guy. Like, and this is what I mean. Where just like fellas, y'all keep playing this dangerous game where y'all want to be platonic with these women, but the thing is, that does not exist. There is no such thing as you just having sex with a woman and thinking that you could somehow keep it platonic. Like I don't understand why guys even think like that. You know?
Video, you can see her chasing me and grabbing at me. And you should get the picture now that I have not been making up any of this. But so that this video doesn't get too long, I'll start working on part 3 ASAP.
All right. So that was part 2 of the video.
Picking up exactly where I left off, after Lindsay chased me down the street, I could hear her actually running her fastest behind me. So I picked up the pace a little bit and I put a gap between us. After that, she gave up and went back to her house. After she gave up chasing me, I waited exactly where I was because I originally planned to call the Uber home and come back for the car the next day. Shortly after, I heard loud smashing noises coming from the direction of her house and my car, and I started walking back slowly because I was trying to keep my composure because I already knew what she was doing. Even though this next video is a little dark and blurred, you can obviously see her pick up what appears to be a large block and continuously throw it at my car.
Oh, did you see that?
Now that particular video, it gets
You
darker, the
guys see that?
and my car, and I started walking back slowly because I was trying to keep my composure because I already knew what she was doing. Even though this next video is a little dark and blurred, you can obviously see her pick up what appears to be a large block and continuously throw it at my car.
Yo, can you guys actually see her? She's kind of faint, but she's right here in the pink picking up a block. You could actually see it. Oh boy.
Now that particular video, it gets darker the farther I go up the driveway because I was getting farther and farther away from the street lamps. After she wrecked my front windshield, attempted to bust out a few windows but kept missing, she got in the car and sat there and refused to move.
Damn.
Girl, calm down. Now, after that video, I pretty much gave up and was like, I'm gonna head home for real. So I started walking back down the street to a different location to call my Uber. But her neighbor pulled up on me in his work truck and said, I've been watching the whole thing sitting on my porch. My Ring camera has been running this whole time. Let me help you out. Let's see if we can get your car back and get you out of here. No matter what that old man said to her, Lindsay refused to move. We sat there for a few hours. Somewhere in that time, I called the police and told them what was happening. I didn't call the police earlier just because we all know how that usually goes. Now, a lot happened in the time we was waiting for the police because they took forever. The old man was trying to talk her down and at one point got her out of the vehicle. He was standing between her and my passenger door and motioned for me to try and get my car. When she noticed me approach the vehicle, she literally started fighting over him to get back in the car to make sure I couldn't leave. At one point, she picked up one of the blocks off the ground and threw it at me and missed. Shortly after I called the police, her neighbor that stays directly across the street from her came outside and asked what was going on because obviously she was making a lot of noise. That makes 2 witnesses, the old man who can corroborate my whole story and the white man from across the street who caught bits and pieces. After talking to her neighbor from across the street, my phone was about to die. The old man took me down a little bit closer to his place to see if he could find a charger. It was like just a few houses down, but I could still see my car from where we were at. And I saw Lindsay get out with a knife and stab 2 of my tires on my passenger side. Now, initially, I thought she went back in the house to grab a knife till I remembered that my pocket knife was in the glove compartment and she had that on her the whole time. Also, she tore my car up with it.
Damn.
New dents everywhere. She kept missing my window. I didn't even know she did this.
Oh my
I had a
God.
knife that I just bought, pocket knife that I kept on me at all times in my glove. She reached in there and just started cutting everything, cutting the seats open. I didn't even know she did that. The upholstery, she put a cut in the screen right there. Now, sometime before my phone died and while she was cutting my car up, I had called a good friend of mine who stayed 15 minutes down the street. I informed him of the situation, and when he arrived, he also caught bits and pieces of what happened. I called him because I figured if Lindsay will do all this, then she'll easily lie to a brother or a cousin, tell them that I hit her, and there's no telling what they'll want to do to me after that. So I got in the car with my homie. We spent the block, waited at the top of the street for the police to arrive. Now, once the police did arrive, I informed him of the situation. He assessed the damage done to my vehicle, and after skipping a whole bunch of small talk, he asked me if I wanted to press charges. I informed the officer that I would be pressing charges. He went back to talk to Lindsay, and I noticed that their conversation did drag on for a little while. In the meantime, me, the old man, and my homie were making bets on whether he was trying to talk to her or not. After putting Lindsay in cuffs in the back of a cop car, he came over there and informed me that he would have to detain me. The officer informed me that I had a warrant from Chatham County, Savannah, Georgia, from 5 years prior when I was in college. And that was completely unbeknownst to me. But so we both ended up going to jail that night. My charge was for a violated probation for an insurance traffic ticket. I believe Lindsay was charged with vandalism of property, and we have a court date coming up soon. Surprisingly, however, this is not where the story ends, so I will be posting a part four. Also, I almost forgot. When me, the old man, and my homie was joking about whether the police officer was trying to talk to her or not, he definitely was. I fucking called it.
Oh my gosh. All right,
What he,
so
what he said that last
What's that?
part?
pretty much they had a bet, right? The old man that was helping him, his homie that picked him
Oh
up,
yeah.
had a
Okay, I
bet.
remember. Yeah.
So this is crazy, because again, before we play this last bit of his story, and then please stay tuned because again, one thing that you must always understand, right, you guys, is that there's always three sides to every story. There's party A, party B, and then there's the truth, right? We're only hearing this man's side so far. It does sound compelling, especially considering the fact that he has receipts, right? He's showing you the video of the girl picking up a brick. You can clearly see damages to his car. You can see when she's stabbing it with her knife. Like this girl is insane, as Johnny X Torpedo said earlier in the live, right? But again, my question that I still have is that if you knew that you don't want to mix business with pleasure, right? He said he went to the school, he didn't want to have no dealings with anybody in the school, right? Because things could get messy. You had all these red flags, and then you claim that she had a baby, she had two children, she has a baby by a rapper, right? Like you have all these red flags, and yet you still dealt with her. You still dealt with her. I don't even understand how she even got in the car because you claim you wasn't gonna get out of your car. How she got even in the car? Like the door was unlocked. Like what's going on? But like, bro, before we get to the last one, what's your thoughts, man?
Um. Oh, I don't even know, man. She's like sprung, like, I'm like lost for words. It's just like he kind of messed up because he did have boundaries. He said, "I don't want to." He didn't want to date anybody because he's the one of many straight males in the school. So he kind of when you break your boundaries, stuff like this happens, right? And the fact that you said, the fact that you said that you just only wanted to have a sexual relationship with her, he kind of that kind of messed up everything because clearly she has that much feelings for you to talk to you on the phone, to buy you a cheeseburger, right? I mean, at least get him some fries and a drink, but whatever. Um, but yeah, it seems like she was just toxic from the beginning. Like, is this like you drove to get her? The thing is, right? When he was driving to give her back her things, her belongings, he should have like placed her belongings on her footstep or like not have her get inside the car in order to get it out. That's to me the issue. The problem is it's like you was afraid of her, so when you got to her apartment or whatever, her building or whatever case may be, you should be like, yo, your stuff is outside.
Facts. Like he let her know the exact time he was gonna get there. So
Right.
yeah,
So and then
sure.
when you call her and she gets downstairs, just all right, you got your stuff, you see her, dip. And that's
Yeah.
it. So
Or you can give her the okey doke where it's just like, hey, I'm gonna pull up around like 5 o'clock, but in actuality, you pull up like around three, hours,
yeah,
and drop her stuff and just be gone, so you never intercept her.
or
You know?
you guys meet at a neutral setting where there's people and witnesses there, so she can't act out. Be like, you know what? I'll give you your stuff tomorrow morning. I'm tired. You'll get it in school, or let's meet up at this location because I don't feel safe.
Right.
You see? So yeah, I mean, he looks young.
That's it. So let's see this last account, all right, and then we're gonna head into her account.
I just got done watching Lindsay's.
Cheeseburger Gate, here's my problem. Something's wrong with you.
I just got done watching Lindsay's videos, and she did cover a few things that I was going to talk about in part four. That following Saturday, when we were both released from jail, I was at work, and Lindsay showed up with the police. As soon as they walked through the door, she pointed at me and said, "That's him." The police officer walked up to me and said, "You have to remove any sexually explicit photos or images of her you have posted on your page." Now, from this, I can only guess that she lied to police and told them that I was posting sexually explicit images or photos of her, which is never true, and those never even existed. She then says that she went across the street to the ATM at the gas station, then came immediately back. However, she never offered me any money. After coming back, she parked at the end of the parking lot and didn't get out the car. She was sitting there for about 10 minutes before I called the police again, and it was probably another 10 minutes before they arrived again. So in that case, why didn't you get out the car, come in the shop with the money, and let me know what you were actually trying to do? Because if you would have came at me correctly, then all of this could have been avoided. I'm not clout chasing. I don't really do TikTok like that. And honestly, we can end this right now if you want to handle it like adult.
So you see this guy, he's saying he don't really do social media like that, but yeah, here you are, you posting all this stuff on social media, like, ah,
I guess he wants to.
Mind you,
I think he wants to control the narrative because if sometimes if she if the Lindsay is telling stories, it might ruin his reputation. Remember, he's trying to open up a business or like become a barber. He doesn't need that extra drama.
no, that definitely is true. I mean, because literally the first thing that Lindsay says when he shows up to the police precinct is that, hey, the police meets him and say, you got to remove all the pictures that you have of her, right?
Right.
So clearly she's already starting, all the stories, right? So this is
Yeah.
the thing, fellas. Like you gotta be careful because you dealing with this type of woman, and she could literally ruin your whole life based off her testimony. I mean, honestly, him controlling the narrative. I wonder how screwed would this guy have probably been if he did not video record everything.
Hmm.
you, I don't believe she came to the shop to give me money because after she came back the second time and I called the police again, they went and talked to her and she refused to leave. They literally came back and told me like she's refusing to leave right now. Why the hell are you refusing police instruction? That's crazy. And I don't have video proof because I posted it on my story and I didn't archive it, but I do have my case number. I'm gonna cover up the last few digits from the Atlanta Police Department. And they took down and recorded everything that's happened in our police case so far. Lindsay thinks I want attention, but my motive for making these videos is very simple. The old man who helped me out the night Lindsay destroyed my car, we and him have been keeping an open line of contact. He's constantly calling me, updating me about certain things. Now, the other day, the old man calls me and says that Lindsay came up to him and told him that I put my hands on her, even though she confessed to the police that I never put my hands on her and confessed to everything that she did. And I have her on a recorded call admitting that I did not put my hands on her. Lindsay also lied about who our baby father is. She told me that Soldier Boy was the father of her children, but whenever I Google it, you can Google it too, it says that that is simply not a fact. And don't forget, earlier in this video, I let you know that she told the police that I was posting sexually explicit photos and images of her, which was never true. These examples prove that Lindsay has no problem lying for her own benefit. Now, ask yourself, if you were talking to a young lady like Lindsay, who you know will lie at the drop of a hat, who just crashed out, destroyed your car, and made you believe that there is no limit to what she'll do when she's upset, would you let her get on TikTok and control the narrative about you? Absolutely not. I'm gonna tell my side of the story so that she can't frame it like I hit her or lied to her or did something crazy. You feel me? I'm just a stand-up young man trying to make sure that my reputation is not dragged through the mud over some girl that does not know how to control her emotions. Another reason for me making this is because I genuinely feel unsafe. We've only been talking for 3 weeks to a month. She sent a letter to my home. She's never been to my home. I never gave her my address. How did you get my address? As a result of Lindsay making me feel unsafe in my own home, I will be pursuing every legal action possible to make sure she stays away from me and pays for the damages she did to my car. Another thing is that Lindsay will deny if you ask her whether she lied on me and said I hit her. However, the old man who helped me that night, his name is Walter. He ain't gonna just call me and lie for no reason. He called me and told me he had to tell me that. And he said, that girl is crazy. She just lied and told me you hit her, even though I heard her say you never did. Everything I'm doing is for my personal protection. And after these court hearings, she will no longer be allowed to come around me ever, and she will have paid for my car that she damaged. I also take full accountability for anything that I did to hurt her. If she feels used, if she feels like I manipulated her, I truly apologize. This is a conversation we've had at least 5 times over, and nothing I say to her is ever good enough. Lindsay also mentioned that she
Yeah, before we even go further, I think that's important to touch, right? It's like again, this is just his side of the story. We don't know if it's true or not, but just think about it. He's claiming that.
Why would he be lying?
Well, what I'm saying is that you coming on social media, of course, you're going to try to present yourself the best way possible, right? Again, we still have to hear Lindsay's side, which we'll do later on in the live. But my thing is this: is just like he's claiming that apparently, he had conversations with her, stating that he was sorry and things like that. But again, you guys, there's certain things that you do that once you cross that threshold, right? There is no going back. Like you can't just, clap cheeks and then expect everything to be smooth. Like, oh, let's go back to being friends. I didn't mean to, play with your emotions. No, you went too deep. And this is the kind of stuff we're talking about. Just like, fellas, like, if you're going to have sex, just get married. Like, stop going around trying to stick your penis in every single thing with legs. And then you're wondering why women are saying men ain't shit and men ain't that. You get what I'm saying? If you knew damn well you wasn't going to take her seriously because she has children or whatever the case may be, then you should have never dealt with her. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about now. So he could come on here and say, oh, I take accountability, but she won't hear me. No, she's not going to hear you. She's not going to hear you because you already done, you messed up. You know what I'm saying?
felt used because after the first night we had sex, I text her and told her that I just wanted to cut things off and be completely platonic. I can understand that feeling, and I truly apologize. I understand now that I should have just gave you the bare naked truth and ripped the band-aid off rather than drag it along and possibly hurt your feelings more. I told you the truth when I said that I liked you enough to spend time with you, but not enough to be in a relationship. Now, Lindsay did express to me that she did not want a relationship and we could hang out, possibly have sex, and it could just be that. And I won't lie, at first I was okay with that. But if I'm being completely honest, no offense, no insult intended, cross my heart and hope to die. After the first time we had sex, I sent that message the next morning because it just wasn't my cup of tea. When I text you the next morning and let you know I wanted to be platonic, it wasn't because you were just a body on my list to check off. It was because I got to know you, I experienced you sexually, and I didn't really like it. And I promise I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to embarrass nobody. When we was talking, she told me, you just need to tell me you don't like me so my feelings can be hurt and I can get over you. I apologize for not telling you that before. Like I said, we
So this nigga, this nigga coming up on here saying that no offense, not to be rude, but I tried you and I didn't like it. Like, come on, this is the guy, that's what I'm saying. Like,
No,
so and then,
but this is what I'm saying. He was always honest though. I think his story is very credible, right? Because he said, "No, I just wanted to smash you." And then things got mixed, her emotions got mixed involved, and she went crazy. And he has the proof of it. And he said, I take accountability for it. He's admitted his faults and wrongs in this, right? So this is what I'm saying. I don't think that his story is too consistent and coherent for it to be a lie. You see what I'm saying?
So if maybe you guys
And-
could chime in. No, I was gonna say maybe people could chime in the chat. Like, okay, you had sex with this person, which that was a mistake right there. But you
And
had
he
sex,
admitted it?
sure. But remember, he slept with her twice. So
Yeah.
you had sex with her, you didn't like it. You had sex with her again. Like
He got to make
something.
sure. He got to
You
make
gotta make
sure.
sure. You gotta make sure.
Let's make sure. No, no, no. It's like, when you try food for the first time, you're like, this tastes different. But then you take another bite and to see if you actually like it or not, right?
Right. Okay.
It's the same thing. So look, the reason why he probably didn't like it because he never really liked her. It's like sex can be mechanical if you don't like the person and it's not enjoyable. It becomes work. It doesn't become fun.
A chore.
A chore, right? So this is probably he said he didn't like her like that. So this is why he's just like he didn't like experiencing her because he didn't like her. That's what it is. There was no emotional connection behind it.
Yeah.
Only had sex twice, and when I came back the second time, I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't the problem. But from her reaction, I can tell that that was not the issue. It was just a matter of my personal preference. Now, I hope that this video clears everything up, and I pray that there will not be a reason for me to make a part 5. We have a court date coming up, and this problem should be behind all of us soon.
All right.
And that's something we got to that's something I think more men need to be more honest about. Is this like, is sex pleasurable for men? Women think it is, but it may not be as pleasurable as, and it may not be pleasurable for men if it's mechanical.
Yeah.
That's something more men needed to talk about and be truthful and honest.
Well, let's see her side. So
Hello, everybody. It's the often imitated, never appreciated Cheeseburger Jr., and I'm here to clear up Cheeseburger Gate. I have offered Cole cash money to stop talking about me, to erase the videos that he's already made about me, stop posting me on his Instagram story. He's not stopping. The crash out in question happened on Thursday night. It is now Sunday night. Why the fuck are you still posting about this? Do you not have anything better to do? Please, if you guys watching this need a haircut, go on his booking site, find his booking site. Book a haircut. It's like, what, $50, $60? He can get you in and out of there. If you need a finger wave, he is cold with a finger wave. He can do a cold color design on your head. Leave him a hefty tip. Maybe you can put all his funds together, buy him a Hinge profile, get him some bitches, and get the fuck off my dick. I came with an entire list of things to discuss because I like a very detailed story time as well. Thursday night, I got drunk as fuck and I crashed out. And I took my stupid ass and sat in jail overnight. I'm taking full accountability. The shit I did was dumb as fuck. It was weird as fuck. It was not cool. I already took accountability for that. And you would think after that, after I got immediate karma, after I busted whatever I did.
Pause. She admitted she just crashed out.
okay, but check this out.
She hold on. She said she drank a lot. She crashed out. So she went to jail. So it actually matches up with his story.
There's more.
I waited for the police to get there. I knew I had done wrong. I went to jail overnight. I got out. I'm thinking, I'm going to pay for the damages and then we're going to go our separate ways. I get out. This motherfucker done turned to Kai Cenat, streaming on fucking his Instagram stories and TikTok. Why are you posting? You say you don't do this internet shit, and here you are. They made a whole page dedicated to dissing me. So already off top, you have contradicted yourself. You said that I am a girl who runs her mouth on the internet, and now you are a girl who runs her mouth on the internet. I put my first video back up from Thursday night, just so you can get a better understanding of what went down on Thursday night. I'm gonna start with that clip of me running down the street in my pajamas. 2 reasons why I was doing that. Number 1, because when he got to my house, he was recording on his phone. And I wanted to have a conversation, and I didn't want to be recorded and posted on the internet for clout, just like I knew he was going to do. All right, pause. I forgot to mention, before we even made it down to the street, when we were still in my driveway, he was recording while I was talking. It was just a black screen because I was just sitting in the car talking. And I didn't want to be recorded, God forbid. So I was trying to make sure that he deleted that out of his phone. And also he texts in a group chat, or I don't know. He said he texted his homegirls and told them where he was at. And I, by myself, didn't want him to put my address in a chat and then a whole bunch of girls pull up. So I was trying to make sure that none of that was going on. So by the time that we had got down to the street, I wanted to make sure all that shit was cleared up. You get it? Number two, I just simply wanted to talk.
Now, I do understand I should
Go ahead.
I mean, he said he was afraid. He remember he said that in the video,
He did
and
say that.
now she's corroborating. Oh, he texted his homegirls to make sure they know where he's at. You see?
I see Rich and Truth. Shalom to you, bro. He said, bro, messed with the wrong one. He should have never laid with her known he didn't like it. Exactly. That's
Facts.
what I'm saying.
So this is why he had his camera out and recording her, because he was afraid. He said he was afraid.
Yeah, but surely you should know that you're gonna incite some type of rage if you're recording somebody off rip. At least he should have, like, maybe did it more discreetly. Again, him doing that though doesn't justify her smashing his car. So let's make
But remember, he was returning her stuff. So is this an in and out? That's it. Why there was conversation?
Bet. Let's check.
have just let the situation go. I should have went in my house and he should have left and we should have re-explored the conversation at a different time. However, I was past the point of drunk at this point. I had drank the entire bottle of Prosecco. I was gone.
That was me. Drunk and crazy. I get it. Was not trying to hurt the man. Was not trying to hit the man. Didn't hit the man. Like, come on. After that, he would go on to call the police on me.
Rightfully so.
On Thursday night. He also had a warrant. He went to jail as well. Friday, I get out of jail at nighttime. So I've spent damn near 24 hours in jail like an idiot. Never crash out over a man and go to jail and sleep on that goddamn floor and eat a bologna sandwich like an idiot. It was stupid. I'm expecting. I get out, I pay for the damages to his vehicle, and we go our separate ways. Like I said, but I get on my phone to screen recordings of him having posted me on his backup Instagram story about the entire night, posted me on it. So the next morning, I get on TikTok and I make a sarcastic ass video detailing the stuff that had happened the night before and making this joke about him being the cheeseburglar and tripping about me not buying him a meal from McDonald's. In his video, he said,
So I was trolling when I told her, like, damn, you claim to like me, but you let me only get one cheeseburger to drive in. Like, I was trolling.
I was just trolling about the cheeseburger. Why would I say that? That's not the reason I did. Somebody in the comments on his video said, he knows she wanted that girl to buy that whole meal. He did. He wasn't trolling, because I'm about to read you how it sounded in the message. I asked him to take me home from school on Thursday, and he had mentioned something about him not thinking that I liked him for real. I was like, why would you not think that I liked you? So hours later, after I had been home, this is what he said to me. How you liked me, but couldn't buy me a meal from McDonald's?
Check this out. So she's pulling out receipts, and Nick over here on this channel, I love me some receipts. Now he pulled out the videos. That's definitely powerful on his part. But she's reading to you guys text messages, y'all. I stopped the video so y'all can read it for yourselves. But she's about to read it. Check out what she's saying.
You saw me only eat one cheeseburger. If roles were reversed, you wouldn't think I like you. I think you like the idea of me, but you don't like me for real.
All right, hold on, y'all.
How you like?
If a dude said that, which one of y'all in the chat don't think that's personal? He's saying he's trolling. Which one of y'all dudes finna text a girl that? Nah, bro, the dude looked like he was upset over a cheeseburger, bro. Like
What?
Bro,
What? For a cheeseburger?
That sounds like you trolling. Look at what this
For a cheese, bro. We're talking about a cheeseburger. Something. It could have been off the dollar menu. This is McDonald's here.
Hey,
I'm not
the one that sent this girl this text. He sent it, bro.
Yeah, but why would you think he's serious over a cheeseburger? Let's say if he was serious about the cheeseburger, right? Let's say he's serious about the cheeseburger. Then they smash? True or false?
So?
Okay. So what does that got to do with the car and her crashing out?
No, look, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying that this dude seems something is off with this dude, because he's presenting it one way as if I'm trolling. I didn't really like her like that. But the text messages that this girl's about to release, the receipt she's going to release, is going to show a different side of this dude. Again, every story. And
look, if a girl was buying me food at McDonald's and she bought me a cheeseburger and not fries and drinks too, I would think she would think I wouldn't think she liked me either.
What, bro? Beggars are not choosers, bro. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and maybe I'm too
I
traditional.
would never. I would never. I would buy her a whole meal.
No, you see that right there? That's what I'm saying from the jump. I would, first of all, I'm not even accustomed for women to buy me a meal, period, point blank. So that's in my personal opinion. Maybe some of y'all new age relationships out here, y'all don't see it that way. But I don't know why she's the one buying him food in the first place. Because I put my money in the savings because I just got a tattoo. I hear all the cap. You, first of all, you were a bum because you need this girl to buy you a meal. And then the thing is, you mad. Beggars ain't choosers. If she buys you a cheeseburger, she buys you a cheeseburger. You could have been way more upfront, be like, hey, but can I actually get a little bit more? Or you know what I'm saying? You was the one, you were content with the cheeseburger, and then you want to send a text on top of that? You sound petty. But I'm trolling. Of course, he's gonna present it that way, bro. Ain't nobody needs to send a text message for one cheeseburger.
But hold on. This evidence is nothing. It means nothing. It's a cheeseburger.
See how she
So you're
builds
gonna
up.
so you're gonna use it. You're gonna use that to discredit him because he's cheap or he wanted a meal. But
No. You gonna see. Let her cook.
Me, but couldn't buy me a meal from McDonald's. You saw me only eat one cheeseburger. If roles were reversed, you wouldn't think I like you. I think you like the idea of me, but you don't like me for real. That's not trolling. Like, you gave me a think piece. You didn't just say, really, a cheeseburger? Like, come on. That's a sarcastic troll. You gave me a read, babe. But like I said in my first video, I just thought he was not hungry. He had already told me he was eating cheap. I thought maybe he just wanted a cheeseburger. When we got there, I was fully expecting to pay for my own meal because he had just told me he put money in his savings account. So I end up just Apple cashing him in the car for my 2 snack wraps and my water and his 1 cheeseburger. Come on, man. Nonetheless, I paid for it. I didn't mind paying if he wanted an entire meal. I said this is my first video. If he wanted to order the entire menu from A to Z 5 times, he could have done that. We would have been
wait,
good.
why would she
This is
pay
a
for
man
that? I don't understand. Why would she send him money? I don't understand this.
She sent him money because she's pretty much saying that anything you need, I got you. She's gonna explain it.
But she said she paid for her 2 wraps and her drink and got him a cheeseburger. So why would she reimburse him back with $11? Why would she send him $11?
Maybe because of this whole trolling, quote unquote, scenario. That's what I'm saying. Like this dude, like he was in his feminine, tripping over 1 cheeseburger. Like, come on, man.
With me, there is no reason you should be afraid, nervous to order what you want on the menu and put it on my card. You're good with me. I want to make this very clear because I saw people saying that I was kicking him while he was down bad financially.
He was not down bad financially. He has a job. He moved his money to his savings account. He just spent $450 on a tattoo, so he spent all of his money on that. He was not down bad.
I would have given him or anybody else in this world the shirt off of my motherfucking back. There has been times when I had 1 penny in my account. 1. There's been times when I had no pennies in my account and I've had less than that. Do you understand? So while you would get on here in the first part of your video and say, she posted me, this is what she wants to do, this is what we're going to do. When you posted me first on your Instagram, you said, oh, I didn't post your name. You posted me in a very vulnerable moment. And I just made a silly ass video back. Is weird. And when I make a video about you and say your name, I'm wrong. When you could have just balled and chilled and nobody would have known. You also say you are not a man who likes anybody in your business, and you've posted this all over the goddamn internet. You also went as far to say you thought I was going to ruin your business, but you posted all of these videos on your business page. What sense does that make? It's not even a bad look for me at that point. It's a bad look on you, on your business account. You're not professional. The internet doesn't give a fuck about you. They're going to laugh at this for 2-3 more days, and then nobody's going to remember you. These people are laughing because it's entertainment. It's like a reality show or a train wreck that you just can't take your eyes off of. Your ego is not going to stay boosted for much longer. I get it. This is your first time going viral. You think it's cool. You think it's funny. You've got an ego boost. People are laughing with you about me. They're laughing about my pain. My pain today could easily be yours tomorrow. Stay humble. I'll leave this as a quick intro for part 1. And in part 2, we'll get into all the rest of the details. I'll be right back.
Bro, this thing don't even make sense. This thing, the cheeseburger thing is not even necessary for this information. Look, his story is more coherent.
Start part two.
Look. Think about it. His story makes more sense. I smashed you, but I don't like you. You caught feelings, and now you messed up my car. Who gives a shit about the cheeseburgers?
No,
You
no,
see what
no.
I'm saying? Like the cheeseburger is like a minuscule thing, and now you blowing it out of proportion. It's like it makes no sense.
So
That's
here's
what I'm saying. Like, his story is more credible, and he has receipts.
no. Well,
We see her sitting in the car like this with the car cracked open. Nah. That cheeseburger thing is nonsensical.
so okay, she clearly admitted that she was totally past drunk. So she's clearly in the wrong. She admit that. Now
Pay for the car.
here's what I'm saying. Speaking to the men now, there's a lot of times where your mixed signals, you could present it all day as if, nah, man, I told her from the jump that I didn't like her. We're gonna see some other text messages where the mixed messages was totally like for you to wonder why she crashed out the way she crashed out. She's gonna show you all the text messages that he was sending where it was like he's definitely bending the truth on his own part and to make it seem like nonchalant, like I'm the cool guy, she was just chasing after me. No, he played his role. And this is the thing we're saying, like if we're gonna hold people accountable, there is a way that you, man, need to function so that you're not even dealing with this type of woman in the first place. And you're definitely not gonna make her get to that point. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not like a dap in the hand, like, hey, we cool. No. He was smashing her. And there's things that he's sending behind the scenes, like even that text message. You're like, oh, I don't feel like you like me for real. Don't say that to somebody that you don't like, because now you're gonna make them even go harder for you. You get what I'm saying? If you don't want them to like you, don't even insinuate that, oh, I don't really think you like me for real. Now you play with that emotion. You don't say that to somebody that you just want to be cool with. Not even if you were trolling, you shouldn't send these mixed messages, because now again, if we as men should automatically know that women are more emotional. So now why are you gonna play with their emotion and then wonder why, oh man, how I got in a situation where my car is being smashed? No, brother, you could move better.
Wait, but he already addressed that. He said, they was talking with each other, and then once he smashed her, this is when he said the next morning, I want to be platonic. So that's already covered.
So let's check this out.
By saying, I did not bring this to the internet first. I spent the night in jail like an idiot, got out the next day, and somebody had sent me a screen recording of him posting that little goofy ass clip of me sitting in the car on his Instagram story. So then I get on TikTok and I make a video back. The video was more so about me crashing out and going to jail. I made my video in response to him because he just posted it without context, which didn't need to happen because I had already spent the night in jail and he did too. We got out. I agreed to pay for the damages. I accepted accountability. And I didn't plan to speak to him again. What is the point in the series now? Clout chasing. He's not used to attention. He doesn't have friends like that. And everybody's gassing his head right now. This is not a case of me acting innocent or pretending what I did was right, because what I did was uncalled for. That's why I spent the night in jail. That's why I told him I would pay for the damages before the court date. I didn't mind paying for the damages now and then going back and repaying again after the court date that they made me. He needed some people to laugh with him. I get it. I don't mind being donkey of the day. I know it looks crazy. I know it was crazy. I shouldn't have did that. This is not me saying that what I did was right. That's why I don't get the series. Like, you've got all the answers. I've already spend the night in jail. I told you I was going to pay for your car. I begged him, and he's probably going to post me calling him 1,000 times, FaceTiming him 1,000 times, and me texting him off another number. And that was happening last night and the night before that, because I was asking him, I was begging and pleading with him to take the videos down, because in the videos I took my account down the other night. That is because somebody in the comments posted my address. He posted my entire house on his video. I was begging him to take his videos down and to not make any more videos about me. I begged him. I begged his mom's friend who was over here. Sweet lady, by the way. His mom's friend who was over here the other day. We talked for like 2 hours. Sweetest lady on earth. She is an angel sent from God. She even went as far to listen to everything that I told her about what led up to this happening and saying, oh yeah, like I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't just crash out. people is not just crash. I mean, people is just crashing out, but that was not the case at all. I don't mind people thinking I'm crazy. I'm good with me. I know what happened. I won't diss on him like that. He's also probably going to say in his video that I pulled up to his job. I tried to get him fired because he did say that on one of his Instagram stories the other day. And that is not the case. I did pull up to the job, but I pulled up with a police escort. So before he gets on here and says, I pulled up to his job on some crazy shit, this is what happened. I called a police escort to accompany me inside of his job to ask him to take the videos down. They cannot make him take the videos down. Police came. She asked him to come outside. I asked him to take the videos down. He went back inside. Me and the police officers stayed outside talking. And my problem is the agreement was already set in stone. Like, he was making it worse. Do you not understand? Like, I wanted it to end after that. He's dragging it out. Like, he doesn't want this to end. You're making story times for people on the internet who are not helping you fix the situation. I tried to pay you off to fix your car, to get you to stop making videos about me, and you declined. Rather have an ego boost and rather get a couple laughs than actually fix the situation and us just be done with it. After that, I left from his job. I went right across the street to the gas station, to the ATM. I got money out of the ATM, cash, to come back and walk inside and give him the money. But he called the police when he saw me turn back around because he thought I was coming to do some crazy shit. I get it. Police get there. I'm talking with the police. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go. Like, can you take him the money? She's like, girl, you know I can't do that with this body cam on. And I was like, all right, well, can I ask somebody else to hand him the money? She was like, I'm not going to let you do that. I don't know how he's going to react. I'm like, all right, man, I just left. I get home, I see all these videos being posted, and I'm blowing his shit up, begging him to take them down. That is the only reason I was calling his phone. I don't want to continue talking. I don't want, like, whatever you're trying to make it seem like, it's not that. I just wanted you to take the videos down and to stop making any further posts about me. My address is in the comments of one of his posts. They posted it in my comments, so I deleted my page. I got a DM from a man last night that said, I recognize your house in that video. You live right down the street from me, and he said our neighborhood. This is way too much. This happened Thursday. It's Monday. Let's just end this. On the phone last night, I asked him why he was still posting videos. He said, I made my bed and I need to lay in it. I laid in my bed on the floor in a jail cell on Thursday night. What are we talking about right now? Even went as far as saying, I will pay his car payment for him. I don't want it to continue. That's it. I told you I would fix your car today. I told you I'd fix your car yesterday. You don't want a solution.
And then we have
man, this is nonsense. You know why? Because she started the videos. She started the video first. Whatever cheeseburger gate, whatever the case may be, she created the video and he responded to the video. So had she never talked about the cheeseburger in the first place, he wouldn't need to clarify.
So check this out, Rich.
So again, it's her fault again.
Rich and True says, I'm a little behind on the live, but why would he troll through a text message if he wasn't serious? No emojis, no LOL, nothing to say it's a joke. That's what I'm saying. Like, who trolls like that? Like, bro, nah, bro, you trying to justify it because you trying to be a troll now. Stop, man. Like, bro, there's no way that makes sense. Like, you don't just say things like that to make her feel like, I don't really feel like you love me. And now you're gonna how else is somebody gonna react? They're gonna be like, what? I don't love you. I just laid in bed with you, and now they're gonna go harder. And you gotta understand the reverse psychology. Like, that's what I'm saying. You don't play with someone's emotion like that. I'm not justifying what that girl did. We already agreed that she was clearly in the wrong. What I'm saying is that as men, you need to understand that if you're dealing with a woman, don't drag them along. These are all red flags that us as men, we need to avoid. Like, you shouldn't even have been doing that if you wasn't really feeling her that way.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Why did he create the video in the first place?
So this is where I heard what you said earlier. This is where I'm not gonna lie, they both are claiming they the ones that did it first. So that's the part where we don't have the original video because it was deleted, apparently.
Yes, but that first video that you showed the audience and myself, he said, I ain't gonna lie, that calling me a cheeseburglar was funny. So again, who created the video first?
It would seem as if She did, but she's claiming that he went to the internet first, and this is where it's like,
So okay, my thing is,
well, here's the thing. I could also say that
why call it
it would make
cheeseburger gate? Why call it cheeseburger gate?
hold on. It would make sense that she made it first because he did say that she had to take it down because apparently her job fired her as a result.
And she called it cheeseburger gate.
Yeah.
So again, she created something again. She's the cause of him replying to her multiple times. So not only she messed up the car, but she's the one that started the whole back and forth in the first place. Had she kept her mouth shut and paid the car, that would have been it.
Yeah.
Again, you see what I'm saying? His story has been more consistent. Who gives a damn about a cheeseburger?
All right, so let's see this last portion.
That shit costs like $2.
Let's see this last video and then we out.
Part 3 of Cheeseburger Gate. I do have my full list of things to talk about that he said in his videos that didn't add up. First off, obviously it wasn't going to lead to a relationship. She has 2 kids, a rapper baby daddy, and runs her mouth on the internet. You knew I had 2 kids, a rapper baby daddy. You knew I'd be on the internet before you started messing with me. Right. And actually, you're on the internet now too, running your mouth. It wasn't a problem up front. It was never a problem during the time I messed with you. So why bring it up now? I never said I wanted a relationship with you. You were never my boyfriend.
All right, so this is what it says. Why do you keep saying stay friends as if we have ever been more than that? Okay, I don't know the context of that.
So that means they agreed to stay friends. They agreed to just smash only.
Right.
That's what he said. So she agreed to this.
Well, this is her saying this.
Yes, but listen to the language. He's trying to clarify that, yo, we just friends. There's nothing more to this.
No, she's saying that. Why do you keep saying stay friends as if we have ever been more than that? This is her.
So again, that means she's acknowledging that he just want to smash. If she's responding to this, who wrote the blue? Who wrote the blue?
Look, if you send in a text message, your side is always going to be on, I guess for the sake of the screen, right? You're going to be on the right side of the screen. She wrote that. So he keeps saying, stay friends, stay friends, stay friends.
Yes.
But she's saying to the dude, hold on. She's saying to the dude, like, why do you keep saying that as if we anything more than that? So she's actually justifying what the guy was saying, like, yo, I never even said we were more.
Okay. But so if that's the case, if you knew if she knew that he kept on saying, let's stay friends, you got 2 baby mothers, all of that, you knew he just wanted to smash you.
But that's the whole point. She's saying she was cool with that.
So why she crashed out?
Can we actually go?
You see what I'm saying?
Listen to her so that because you already biased, bro. Like listen to her.
Go ahead.
I never claimed you as such, and I never said you cheated.
So this is another one now. I told you I'm not looking for a relationship either, and you're wrong about me asking for honesty and not liking the answer, the problem. You see, this is what I'm saying. She says she's not looking for it. This is her own text. This is receipts.
On me because we were never in a relationship. Instead of holding your own and saying, I knew it came with this woman, I still decided to be around her anyways. You decided to say, obviously it wasn't going to lead to nothing because we've had conversations on my back porch about how I became a mom so young anyways. So for you to kind of just say something like that is low-key weird to me. My second favorite verse, he said, oh, I just told her I just wanted to be intimate. Really?
All right, now let's read what that says. So is that the intention? Let's zoom in. I'm
gonna start part 2 off. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna start part 2 off by saying I did not bring this.
Let's get back to this.
Welcome back to part 3 of Cheeseburger Gate. I assumed he could respect. I asked him about it one day, and I only asked him about it with people using me for intimacy. And he said, "Oh, I just told her I just wanted to be intimate." Really?
All right. So you guys would have to probably pause and zoom in for yourselves. But she wrote, so is that the intention? Question mark. Sex? Question mark. And he writes, nah, I just think you cool and nice to talk to. If you want to have sex with me, I'm not opposed. But, right? So
But
This is the
what?
thing. So that's where it's cut off. I don't know why
Oh,
she couldn't.
so she's not showing you the whole thing.
Hold on, let's go. Let's keep going.
During our first conversation, I told you that's the exact opposite of what I wanted. I specified it's been
All right. So this is her saying, feeling when you come around, but I don't want to get too close to you and potentially be mishandled. I like meaningful connections that are real and last. I don't like to
a long time.
be just another check off of someone's list, you know? So again, here is her telling this guy this. And what I'm saying is that as a man, and if a girl is telling you this and you're going to continue to, he messed up because he smashed and he smashed again. This is what I'm saying. And so you saying that I don't understand why she crashed out. That's the reason why she crashed out. She's telling you that, look, is this all you want? And he's like, no, I think you cool. He should have said, yes, that's all I want. Now, to be fair to him, he admits that in his video. He said that I should have just been upfront. But this is what I'm saying. Again, if we're going to be 100% unbiased, we have to hold all parties accountable. He screwed up the moment that he wasn't upfront. If that's what you want, which I don't recommend, by the way, but if that's all you want, then just say that's all you want. But don't be here, clapping her cheeks and then do it again because I wanted to make sure it wasn't me. Bro, you wasn't feeling me.
It's like I'm living in the Twilight Zone. She's actually saying everything he said. It seemed like they agreed to be smash buddies, right? So
No.
they both agreed to smash
What
each other.
No, she's showing the receipts where she is saying that I want something real. I want a real connection. That's what we just read off.
So she messed up.
They both messed up. And this matter of fact, Rich and Truth, you say she shouldn't went to his job. Both are wrong in this. This is what I'm saying. Here's what I'm coming. This is all I'm saying in the grand scheme of things. I already know she's tripping. I think all we need to see is the fact that she picked up a brick and smashed this dude's car. She spent in jail. It's so clear that the girl was in the wrong. What I'm saying is that when we just paint a woman to say, oh, she's crazy, right? When we just say that like a blanket statement, a lot of times what men do not tell you is the events that led up to her crashing out or her becoming crazy. And what I'm saying is that this is the game that men play all the time, and now it's being exposed because, again, you should have been moving better. Again, don't be trying to be this player and then come online and be like, oh, man, nonchalant.
Nah, yo, I disagree with what you said just now, bro. They both agreed to smash each other. He wasn't feeling her. Think about that. That's even more insulting. You guys agreed to smash each other. Now you say, I don't like that experience with you. Let's stay just platonic. That means that he doesn't want a sexual experience. Hold on. Then she crashes out. Why would you crash out? Think about that for a second.
So, come on. I just want to make sure I'm clear.
Who caught feelings for who? Who caught feelings for who?
James, I'm not about to answer your question, bro. I just want to make sure we're clear. So you believe this guy's 100% in the right? Like you don't think he did nothing wrong?
I'm not saying he's wrong because he should actually get married and sleep with his wife. I don't agree with the whole friends with benefits nonsense thing. But what I'm trying to say is, if they made an agreement to just smash, right? If the relationship dissolved, if that particular agreement dissolves, why would now you crash out? That means she caught feelings for him.
Okay, I'm gonna try to.
Why would she do that?
I'm gonna try to present it in a different way that maybe you could understand where I'm coming from. And chat, maybe you guys could understand me here. Which one of you guys, as adults, in your sane mind, would make some type of covenant, agreement, contract with a, I don't know, a 7-year-old. Would any of you guys do it?
Wait. What do you get there?
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you where I'm getting at. I think anybody who, as an adult, making a contract with a 7-year-old, it would be asinine, right? Because this 7-year-old, their mind is thinking one way today, and they could think a totally different way tomorrow. Their mind is floating as if within the wind, right? It would be stupid to make a contract with a 7-year-old. Now, and look, for those who might, some of you are so smart, you probably could already see where I'm going with this. And if you're offended by it, then it is what it is, but it's reality. I'm not going to create certain covenants with a woman knowing their state of mind, or the way the internet likes to say it, female nature. If you already know how they operate, this is what I mean. As a man, why would you egg on her emotion? They are emotional by nature. So you're going to continue playing with their emotion and then ask yourself, I don't know why they crashed out. No, brother. No, this is the thing I'm trying to say. Things like this should actually be viewed as a wake-up call for that dude. No, brother. Next time, don't play with a woman's emotions in such a way. Maybe you need to slow your hot ass down rather than dragging them along and be like, oh, I didn't want to be friends. If you want to be friends, then be friends. Don't smash. Especially don't. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
This is the disconnect. And you're given biblical principles to avoid this mess, which is fine. I agree with you in a biblical aspect. However, these people are not biblical. That's one, right? They made an agreement based on what his story says and based on what she said. They were just friends with benefits, or they were just hookup buddies, right? Now, my thing is, if you agreed to this relationship would just be about smashing, why then would you why then crash out? Because you know why? Because this is what makes logical sense that wasn't said. She caught feelings for him.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. We agree on that.
So this is what I'm saying. She couldn't handle this type of relationship.
What woman would? That's the point I'm trying to say.
So that means that means for her, this wasn't a pleasant experience either.
Look, what I'm saying is that as a man, you should understand that it is naive of you to think that you can engage in that type of relationship with any woman and think that there's gonna be a different outcome. Look, a woman could say all day with their mouth that, yeah, we could stay platonic, but you would be the idiot. That's why I gave the analogy about making a contract with a 7-year-old. If you make a contract with a 7-year-old whose their mindset their brain hasn't fully developed, they could say one thing one day and then totally forget and be like, what contract? And
but he's a 7-year-old too.
And then you're screwed, huh? You said what?
He's a 7-year-old too. They both 7-year-olds.
Yes, and that's my point. I'm saying they both screwed up. But you guys, I actually really do gotta go. Like seriously. You guys, if you guys like the video, please like, subscribe, comment down below. Who do you guys agree with? Please put it in the chat. Do you agree with my brother and you think that it's just the girl, she's just straight up tripping? Or do you see it my way where I'm trying to be a little bit? I think they both messed up. Now, in the grand scheme of things, I think both you and I both agree that clearly the girl was wrong. She just smashed this dude's car, took his knife out of the glove compartment and scraped up, you know what I'm saying? His seats. I got Mario just coming in. He said, nah, keep it going. Just got on. Hey, man, I gotta go. I literally got called by the boss. So, but hey, guys, if you guys like videos like this, please let us know. Maybe we could do more videos like this. Please subscribe to the Eugene Brothers dedicated channel as well. With that being said, Nick, James, over and out. Jesus is king, y'all.
Subscribe. Later.